Hey dreamers, and welcome back to Colin's Dreamlight Magic. Today, I'm doing something a little different. I'm bringing one of my favourite shows into the mix, Doctor Who. Specifically, I'll be talking about the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who, and how it could tie into Disney Dreamlight Valley. We'll break this down into 3 parts. First, explaining what the Disney era was. Second, imagining what it could bring to Dreamlight Valley. And finally, discussing the likelihood of it actually happening. So, grab your sonic screwdrivers, because we're diving in. When Russell T Davies returned as showrunner in 2023, Doctor Who went through a major transformation. The BBC struck a partnership with Disney Plus, which meant the show would be distributed worldwide under the Disney umbrella. This is often called the Disney era of Doctor Who, spanning from the 14th Doctor, played by David Tennant in a special return, into the 15th Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa. Alongside him, we've had new companions like Ruby and Belinda, making this one of the most ambitious international pushes in the show's history. The Disney partnership wasn't about Disney taking creative control. It was more about visibility, budget, and streaming access. By aligning with Disney Plus, Doctor Who got the kind of worldwide stage that Marvel and Star Wars already had. Bigger budgets meant more cinematic visuals, new audiences from around the world, and the ability for the series to compete alongside other global franchises. For long-time fans, this was a bold new chapter, but also one that kept the heart of Doctor Who intact. Recently, however, there have been reports suggesting that the partnership might be winding down or changing. Disney still distributes in many regions, but it looks like the show may have not been as tightly connected to Disney Plus moving forward. That being said, this short-lived collaboration cemented Doctor Who as a Disney-era property, even if just briefly, and because of that, there's an argument to be made for its inclusion in Dreamlight Valley, at least in a small, special way. If the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who did get represented in Dreamlight Valley, it would open up some incredible opportunities. First and foremost, the Doctors themselves. Imagine meeting the 15th Doctor, complete with his bright, stylish outfits and boundless energy. Ruby Sunday could join him as a companion character, bringing her warmth and wit to the valley. Even Belinda Chandra could appear, keeping the show current and tying in the newest adventures. Furniture and decor items could be just as exciting. The obvious one? The TARDIS. A big blue police box in the middle of your valley that could serve both as a decorative item and maybe even a teleport function. Beyond that, you could add quirky Whovian furniture, Dalek statues, sonic screwdriver display stands, Gallifreyan symbols as wall art, and maybe even futuristic alien plants. Quests could involve helping the Doctor fix time anomalies in the valley, rescuing villagers from temporal rifts, or simply preparing for one of his many wild adventures. There's also potential for themed clothing and companions. Imagine wearing a 15th Doctor inspired coat, or Ruby's iconic look from the series. A K9 companion would be an instant fan favourite, while smaller nods like toy Daleks or adipose creatures could bring in light-hearted fun. While it's unlikely to get a full realm, Doctor Who could still perfectly work as a crossover event, celebrating its Disney Plus chapter with flair. Now comes the big question. Could Doctor Who actually make its way into Dreamlight Valley? The short answer? No. Unlike Marvel or Star Wars, which are firmly entrenched in Disney's ownership, Doctor Who is still primarily owned by the BBC. The Disney Plus partnership was about streaming distribution, not a full transfer of rights. That means the chances of it being included in Dreamlight Valley are very slim, especially as the collaboration seems to be winding down. But as fans, we can dream. Dreamlight Valley is all about celebrating the Disney worlds we love, and the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who gave the show a unique window into that family. Even if we never get a full Doctor Who expansion, a few Easter eggs could be possible. A TARDIS decal, a sonic screwdriver accessory, or even a small nod through a Star Path reward. It wouldn't take much to honour the crossover, while still keeping the Valley's Disney roots intact. At the end of the day, Doctor Who remains one of my favourite shows, and its brief Disney Plus era gave us the chance to imagine it alongside Disney's other incredible worlds. Whether it happens or not, it's fun to think about, and Dreamlight Valley is all about dreaming. So dreamers, That's my deep dive into the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who, and how it could connect to Dreamlight Valley. From the iconic TARDIS and quirky furniture ideas, to fan favourite companions like Ruby and even K9, there's a lot of creative potential, even if it's just wishful thinking. Doctor Who's time under Disney may have been short, but it opened the door to imagining crossovers like this, where two worlds collide in a magical way. For fans of both franchises, the thought of the Doctor popping into our valley, even just for a quick visit, makes for such a fun dream. Of course, the chances are slim, but Dreamlight Valley is all about celebrating what we love about Disney's storytelling legacy, and for a short while, Doctor Who was part of that legacy through Disney+. That's why I wanted to shine a light on it today, because even the unlikeliest of crossovers are worth talking about when we're dreaming big. So, tell me in the comments, would you like to see Doctor Who represented in Dreamlight Valley? Even as a small Easter egg or nod. Let's keep the conversation going, and who knows, maybe one day our wildest dreams will come true. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the valley. Bye!